Welcome through the fog, guys. Joe of All Vapes coming at you, and it is Zamplebox time, baby. It's a wonderful time of every single month that I love to share with you all, talking about the best there is in e-juice subscription services, okay? Now, you want subjectivity? Fine, we can talk subjectivity. Now, seeing as how Zamplebox was literally the very first subscription service ever in regards to e-juice, you'd think they probably had the time to really nail down what it is they're doing. And you know what? I've worked with other subscription services before. If you guys have seen any of my earlier videos from back in the day, go into my video section, you can see what I'm talking about. I have worked with a lot of cool companies, very nice folks, but you know what? Nice doesn't always cut it when it comes to a successful business. And there's a lot of reasons why Zamplebox is extremely successful, is because they have a great collection of individuals that work with these guys in conjunction with all the other companies, something like 200 plus at this point, that just bring forward a lot of great e-juice. And on top of that, they also have their own retail store. You can buy a lot of the e-juice that they sell in the boxes, if not all of them, as well as a bunch of brand new hardware coming up, and just, I mean, tons of new stuff. Zamplebox is really busting out some brand new offers and opportunities for the customer base, y'all, to get some of the best stuff that they have coming out here. So enough of my yammering on. First of all, thank you very much for joining me, tuning in once more. If this is your first time, smack on that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? You don't miss any of the latest and greatest of my Zamplebox 101 episodes in the future. And as always, we're going to have a giveaway at the end of this review, so it's going to behoove you to stick around for a little while. Now, why Zamplebox 101? Okay, so as opposed to the regular Zamplebox unboxings that just kind of flip through all their flavors, we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty, you know what I mean? No more mini reviews. We're going to do it right here, right now with y'all. So 3 tiers to Zamplebox subscription. You can either get the gold, the silver, or the platinum box right off the bat. Now, the small bottle box, which I call it, the 3-bottle box rather, is the silver package. That one's going to run you about $19.99, a cool 20 bucks, okay? So 3 bottles curated to your liking. Go to zamplebox.com, start a free profile, and you know, you can just put in there what you like, what you don't like, the flavors you really dig, some stuff you want to try out, and they'll bring it to your door once every single month, okay? So it's personally curated. Now the gold box is the 6-bottle box, which is this one. This one's going to run you $24.99. It's about 25 bucks a month. And then there's the 11-bottle box, the fatty. That one's the platinum box, okay? Now, for those of you that may have won the Zamplebox giveaway from my first episode of Zamplebox 101, you guys are getting a platinum box coming, you know what I'm saying? Especially the winner that won the free year's subscription to the platinum box. Now, that's really good for couples. It's really good for people that vape a ton or like to give it away with a bunch of their friends and stuff like that, okay? I mean, 11 15 milliliter bottles, I don't think I could vape that through that stuff in a month, let alone 2 or 3, you know what I mean? But that one's going to run you a little bit deeper, $44.99, so about 45 bucks per month. But you know what? If you got the vape cash, you might as well spend it on the best. So anyways, let's bust through this. If you guys have never seen a Zamplebox, that's what the inside looks like, okay? The OG vape family, literally, okay? Now these guys are out of Seattle, Washington, Pacific Northwest peeps, some of my favorite peeps. Okay, so with every single box, you're going to get your own personal tasting menu. This one is Joe's tasting menu. And basically what it does, it gives you the breakdown of every single bottle that comes in the box, tells you the flavor, it tells you the company that it comes from, and just kind of a brief rundown onto what the retail savings is going to cost. And the reason they do that is because they give you a box retail value on the very bottom of the tasting menu. And basically what that states is that anywhere you go, retail value for 6 bottles, especially in the gold box, which is what I got, boom, some of these are glass, some of them are plastic, is going to cost whatever it says on the bottom. So they give you the retail price right here, and then they box it up. 57 bucks is pretty much just the overall retail value. But because you're hooking it up through Z-Box, you know what I'm saying? This one, 25 bucks a month retail is all you're gonna spend. So that is more than 50% off that you're gonna save. And sometimes this is gonna be even more because it depends on what the brand's MSRP is, you know what I mean? I've seen some box retail values go up to $70, $72. I mean, that's crazy. So basically, you know, you're going into a vape shop, you're saying, hey, give me these these 6 flavors, you know what I mean? Give me something that is real tasty, some real good stuff, you know, I want to try out whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that's what you're going to pay. You're going to pay the retail value, but not with Zamplebox, you know what I mean? So I'm going to just read through this real quick, just kind of fling through them. So Bubblegum Chill by Big Heart Flavors out of Chicago. Chicora Creamy Spiced Horchata, which is damn awesome stuff. Literally my favorite out of the box. Cape Fear Juice out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay. Coastal Craze Creamy Berries, and that is Hang 10 from more Pacific Northwest boys out of Tacoma. Oasis is a fresh blackberry custard, and that is from Vape Cache, once again, out of Tacoma, PNW boys. Pure Ice is a nice mix of icy mint, and that is from Chrome out of North Hollywood, California. And Sassafras, good as it sounds, right? Sassafras root beer with ice cream, and that is from Crow and Chemist. It's an interesting name. I've never actually heard of that company. Anyways, that's out of Silverado, California. So if you notice on my tasting menu, all this stuff is 80%, 70%, 60%. Okay, so that's high VG. Reason it comes that way is because that's how I wanted it in my profile. So yes, you can choose high VG, you can choose 50-50, you can choose pretty much whatever is available. I get everything in 3 milligrams a nick, because I'm weaning down from when I originally started vaping from the get-go. You know, all of us started hitting it hard. Now we're hitting it a little bit less hard. Hopefully, I mean, each to their own, you know what I'm saying? But I know that if I vaped anything more than 3 milligrams, as much as I vape, my head would be all kinds of loopy, you know what I mean? Here's another cool little aspect. First of all, I always touch base on the swag. The Zamplebox swag, some cool stickers, right? Okay. And then you get this cool rating card. So basically, where it says on the back, what do you think? Okay. Vape through this stuff. Take this little card, stick it down on a table, take your bottles, and put them in first, second, and third place. Take a picture, post it on Instagram, post it on your social media, and if they see it, they dig it, they'll post it on the Zamplebox page, either on Facebook or Instagram or any other social media. So that's kind of a cool little aspect. Makes you feel like you're just part of one big happy family, you know what I mean? So let's go through this stuff. First flavor we're gonna look at is the Crow and Chemist, and that is the sassafras and vanilla ice cream. Okay, so this was probably my second to favorite flavor. Sassafras, for any of you guys out there that have never tried that stuff, is kind of another old-fashioned rendition of a root beer classic type of taste. So similar to Whorehound, it is obviously similar to root beer. It's similar to sarsaparilla, so it's all in that root family. Literally, it's kind of an herby type of a soda type of beverage, but it is really, really good, and it's very well blended. A solid vanilla flavor, so that comes through pretty decently. I love the label, for one thing. It's got a big old black crow on it. I've never heard of Crow and Chemist, like I said, but right off the bat, opening this bad boy up and just giving it a little smell, I mean, it smells really deep and really good. It kind of tastes like those little root beer bottle hard candies you get when you were a kid, depending on how old you are. I'm 38 years old, so, I got a lot of nostalgia working on my end, you know what I mean? So that one was a really, really good flavor. Chrome Pure Ice is the next one. Dig the bottle. Definitely some bling going on there, you know what I'm saying? So this is more just kind of like a cool mint, like the description said. Now, I love my menthols because it gives me something just to cleanse the palate, you know what I mean? I'm real big into the desserty type of flavors, so having a good menthol or a good fruity blend, something kind of light and airy, give it a shot, okay? This stuff is actually pretty darn good. Now, it's not as heavy as a solid menthol blend, so don't expect that because you're not going to get that, but it does have the sweetness of a good mint flavor. So if you guys dig mint, that one's just a pure sweet mint flavor. So just kind of breaking it up every now and then, you know what I mean? So Big Heart Flavors is the next one. That one's from Hot Vapes, and this is the bubblegum and menthol flavor. Okay, now the one thing that I have experienced from Hot Vapes, most of their Big Heart flavors line, especially when it comes to the menthols, are not really high on the menthol. It's really, really low. Now, for me, I have tasted a lot of heavy menthol flavors that still convey really well when the other sort of underlying flavor is jam-packed right side by side. In other words, the menthol on this probably could have been ramped up just a little bit higher. Now, the bubblegum flavor was sweet, and it was definitely present and evident, but it just wasn't really super high. So this one ranks kind of 50% for me. You know, it was just kind of, you know, it was just barely there. It was sweet. It was kind of candy-esque. You know, I was having some fun with it. But to be perfectly honest with you, I have definitely tasted better in the category of both bubblegum and menthol. It was really, really a weak menthol flavor and not the very best bubblegum flavor in the world. It just wasn't. It was a nice flavor. It was a nice blend, but it was just really, really low for me. So, you know, telling it like it is, that's subjectivity for you right there. Now, Cape Fear. Now this one is a creamy spiced horchata, okay? Traditionally a sort of a creamy rice Mexican drink that you can get at, you know, a lot of Mexican festivals or fiestas. Like when I was growing up in California, we used to go to a lot of those when I was a kid. Really creamy, sweet drink, and this stuff absolutely rocks. This one is my favorite out of the entire box. It just has a very sweet, balanced base line to it. Good creamy solid flavor, a little bit of vanilla going on in there, but it was the overall rounded spices, just the nutmeg and the cinnamon flowing together, I think with just a little bit of allspice. Very good flavor balance on this, solid blend, and was actually very true to the original formula. They didn't stray very much, if any, and you can immediately smell it right off the bat, and the creaminess of it comes through really solidly just in the aroma alone. Very tasty stuff. I'd love to get some of this stuff in a 30 milliliters. So that one was the Chikora from Cape Fear. Now, the last two here, you know, they just kind of didn't float my proverbial vapor boat as much as I was kind of hoping they would. This one is from Hang 10 e-liquids, and this is Coastal Craze, which is a creamy berry blend. Not too bad, but then again, to be honest with you, generally wasn't all that wonderful either. The creaminess definitely came through, but the berry blend was just a little bit slighted for me. Now, I mean, taking the lid off, the first thing I smell definitely is the cream. So like I said, that's pretty much the most prevalent flavor coming through. Not the strongest cream in the world, but you know what? It was present. I could taste it. That's the first thing I tasted, which makes me happy. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, but the berries definitely on the back end on this one, and pros or cons, it kind of depends on how you look at it, depends on how strong you like your berries, depends on how strong you like your cream. This is a subjective look at the creamy berries, you know what I mean? So the creaminess came through, the berries kind of sort of, not a knock on the flavor of the berries, just on the consistency, maybe should have been pushed up just a little bit higher, but overall it really wasn't all that bad. And the last but not least flavor is blackberry custard, and this one is from Vape Cache. It's called Oasis. This one is probably the one that, I'd say second to last, that I didn't much care for. The reason is because the custard on this comes through so subtle, it just didn't work for me. Now, maybe if I steeped it for a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, something like that, it'd come up through just a little bit more custardy. The berries, on the other hand, as opposed to the creamy berries from the last one, came through just a little bit stronger. And that's the first thing that I taste. It's also the first thing that I smell, but the custard blend was just not where it needed to be, in my opinion. Now, profile and consistency. So on one hand, you've got consistency, which is basically the level of flavors and layers and the intensity thereof as perceived by the profile. The profile is everything that's going to be on the label telling you exactly what is in it. Now, if they're touting something from the profile, you're going to expect that the consistency is going to be 100% on, right? Okay, so not all the time. Subjective, once again, this is just my word compared to everybody else's, but it's just my opinion. I mean, I've been around long enough to figure this stuff out for myself. At least a few of you out there watching my videos, you know what I'm saying, guys? So, blackberry custard, not bad. The custard was present. The blackberry's a little bit more, so I'm definitely giving them an A for effort on that one. But overall, that is my experience with the April box from Zamplebox. Let us recap, bring it all into a beautiful close. Zamplebox, an amazing company, the OG vape family, really cool guys, personal friends with at least most of the guys in the ZB headquarters, you know what I mean? Got some good, amazing juice, working with a ton of great companies, and man, they span all over the place. They hit up ECC, they just did a video with Indoor Smokers, another one of my PNW boys, Chris, up in Seattle. One of these days I'm gonna have to travel up there and just bug the heck out of the guy, just knock on his door. Chris, come on, man, it's Joe. PNW, that's got to tie us together, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll do what I can, you know what I mean? But definitely go on to Zamplebox.com to start yourself a free profile, okay? This is a really good company. I'm going to sweeten the deal for you just a little bit, okay? Now, if you follow the link below in the description, that is going to set you up with some amazingly sweet deals. And if you notice, right next to the link, I put that discount code JOEZB, and you can probably see it right here as a matter of fact as well, okay? JOEZB, that's going to save you 10% on anything in the retail store, you know what I'm saying? So follow that link, use that code, wherever it is down there, and it's going to save you some sweet vape cash, which, as we know, as elusive as it is, just falls through the holes in our wallet and pockets these days, you know what I'm saying, guys? Plus, they've got a ton of brand new hardware, some sub-ohm tanks, really solid top brand mods going on for sale. It's just, you know, they're accumulating, guys, and they're really growing exponentially day by day, and it's not going to cost you any more the more prevalent and well-known this company gets, okay? It's just going to get more fun for you and for me and for the rest of the Zamplebox community, okay? So let's get on to that elusive giveaway that I was talking about. So here's how I'm going to do this from now on. Every Zamplebox 101 episode preceding this one, including this one actually, I'm going to do a small little giveaway, just a little love from me to you, you know what I'm saying, because you guys have stuck with me through a lot of trying times. A little bit of a slowdown because I got a baby coming on the way in a couple months. So, you know, I'm keeping a lower profile these days, but you guys are still showing me the love, so I'm going to show you a little bit of love. Here's what I want you to do. This one in particular is going to be for my Instagram fam, okay? Now, I know I'm going to lose a lot of love from some of my YouTube-only subscribers, but most of you already have Instagram profiles, so this is for my Instagram followers only. Go on to the original Instagram post that describes that this video is going live. Put in the comment section below, Zamplebox 101 giveaway. That's all you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Not tagging 3 friends, you don't have to repost all that crap. All I'm doing is making it nice and simple, okay? Zamplebox 101 giveaway. That is going to enter you in the giveaway, and then within a week, I'm going to choose one person to win either 3 15 or 30 milliliter bottles of e-juice of my choosing, or one big fat bottle, which can be anywhere between 20 milliliters to 100 milliliters. Follow the original post on my Instagram page of this Zamplebox 101 episode and put into the comment section on that post Zamplebox 101 giveaway, and within a week I'll choose one winner, okay? It's as easy as that, folks. Please, pretty please, be 21 years of age or older, because if you're not, then I'll know, because I'm going to ask for a copy of your ID, and I'm going to make it all fussy and all kinds of stuff like that, because Joe doesn't want to go to jail, okay? That would ruin it for me and you. Okay, so thank you very much once again for sticking it with me on this Zamplebox 101 episode. Z-Box, all you guys out there, thank you so much. Love you guys. Definitely going to have to come and see you this summer once I get the opportunity, get some of that elusive vape cash of my own to travel up yonder and come and see you guys, hang out for the weekend. It's going to be a fun ride, guys. It's going to be a great summer. And this is Joe of All Vapes, your eye in that vaping sky, wishing you to stay humble. Love yourselves, love each other, and by all means, for crying out loud, guys, keep it amazingly, wonderfully cloudy. Hey everybody, this is Joe of All Vapes. Thank you for watching. For the best in vape reviews, pound that subscribe button and don't forget, vaping saves lives.